how you see yourself is always going to play a role into everything you do. Let me start by saying you're beautiful. I hope you had a great fucking day, a great Christmas, Merry Christmas, whatever you want to say, okay? Hope you're living a great life. You know why? Because you deserve it. Have you ever felt like, man, this just ain't it. This just, where I'm at right now in life, it just really isn't where I want to be. You know? I mean, like, man, I wish things could be better. Why am I in this situation? Everybody feels like that at times, right? We all do. It's understandable, right? Life is hard. Life gets in the way. We have plans, they don't go right, and issues come up, right? But there's a different kind of person. A different kind of person that really understands how to make change. Really understands that my life is my life. Your life is your life. And the only person that's going to make a difference in that life is you. It's you. So when you at least know that, you can at least make the decisions that say that help you understand where you want to go more so. Does a boat ever leave the dock without having a destination? No. But as humans in the society we live in, at least in America, plenty of other places in the world, some places don't, but plenty of other places, we don't know where we're going. We wake up and we just do what we have to do. We go through the motions. We go to work. You know, we sit in traffic. We do whatever it is. We don't really like our job. I mean, maybe we have some people we work with that we enjoy being around if we're lucky. Maybe we hate our job and we hate the people we work around, and at least we have our family. Or if you're really unlucky or you're really living a life of not your choosing, you hate your job, your friends, and your family. And yourself. And I'd be willing to argue that it all stems from that last one. We're not taught. Most parents aren't very good at teaching how to love oneself, how to take care of oneself. I mean, we may know the basics: eat food, drink water, drink something, right? Enjoy yourself. It's a lot deeper than that. It's a lot deeper than that in many ways. You gotta. It helps to understand that our society we live in nowadays is different than it has ever been before. Obviously so. Just in my lifetime, we have seen all the technological advancements that we've had. The last 20, 30 years have changed everything in such a dramatic way. In great ways. Plenty of great ways. Most of these technological pursuits have been based around the idea of relieving pain. Getting pain out of the way so we can be more comfortable, so we can live life more efficiently, so we can avoid negativity. But you see, for millions of years, humans have been wired to seek negativity because negativity was death. And we had to be aware of death and the dangers so we didn't die, of course, right? So when we look at the span of millions, thousands of years that we are biologically we had biologically adapted to be that way. And then in a span of 50, 20, 30 years, everything changes. Everything from the way you eat food, the way you work out, the way you go to work, the way you do everything. It's completely different. It's a completely different societal structure that we live in nowadays. People communicate differently. People look at other people differently. It's all different, right? And in many ways, it's not very good. So you have to understand. It helps. It's always helped me to understand how much harder it could be, just in our society. But it's even more so when you think about how hard it was the same area, the same state 100 years ago. How hard was it for the people living here? Much harder. Even 50, even 10, even 20 years ago. It helps to understand these things and to think about them and conceptualize them. Because if you don't, our society has a very good way of making you feel bad for yourself, throwing a pity party, throwing a temper tantrum, because you don't exactly get what you want. You have to be the one that wakes up. You have to be the one that says, hey, not me. I'm not throwing a temper tantrum. I'm not having a pity party. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to do what I have to do to create this life that I want. You see, as humans, we need a goal. We need somewhere to be striving for. We need progress. Progress is the most motivating factor in a human's life. So we have to feel that progress if we really want to live a purposeful life. When we're not living a purpose-driven life, like it's so easy to do nowadays, because we have all these constant pleasures, of course we get depressed. Of course we feel anxious. Of course we feel like shit and don't get anywhere with our life because we have no direction. If you were a caveman living under a fucking rock and your baby that just popped out that was sleeping on rocks was going to die if you didn't go out and find a deer, find a tiger, find something to kill and eat, they would die, you would die. There was no smartphone. I mean, even just, 1,000 years ago, if we're swinging swords and battling like knights and whatever else. If you were scum, you were living in the villages, doing your fucking deed, doing what you had to do, making enough to eat, or really just probably making food. They would pay you with food, whatever. Even if you were a knight, you had to fight. That's why you were a knight. Even 100 years ago, Industrial Revolution, kids in the factories, people in the factories. You lose a finger, oh, sorry, figure it out. Oh, you don't like your job? All right, get the fuck out. There's a bunch of people who need a job. Oh, and there was no sitting at home, laying on the fucking couch, getting fat and eating potato chips. There just wasn't. Because you couldn't. Like, it was not, first of all, it wasn't socially accepted, right? If you were being a lazy fat fuck, you would have been, everybody would talk shit. And maybe even give you physical harm. And in some situations, maybe rightfully so. But look, you wouldn't even want to lay there and do anything. Because, first of all, there would be no TV. There would be no other technology that is endlessly stimulating you. Right? There's no phones, especially. So, I mean, what? I mean, maybe watch a little bit of TV, get some entertainment, and then go the fuck back outside. If you're a kid, maybe you can still play with your friends if you're not already working in the factories. Right? So, first of all, be thankful for what we do have nowadays, because without gratitude, we have nothing. And then decide where you want to go in this life. And it's not a fucking snap of a finger, you figure it out. It's more of directional correctness than absolute correctness. That's been said before. Just start rolling the ball, man. That's all it takes. It's just little steps forward. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. That's all I got. Have a great day.